All right, good day to you as well. Welcome back to Soft Original, and this is the third part of the antivirus software creation project in Visual Studio. The last time we learned how to create the pages for these stuffs, except the cleanup and then the toolbox, right? So this is what we are going to do. I created the cleanup page, which is this. As we did earlier, I created a user control, and then I changed the size and then the back color to black, and then I copied one of these buttons, and then I just replaced it here, change the background color, and then change the text and some settings of it, and then I rebuilt the solution. Then I brought it back here. So if I send this back, you can see that it is here, as you can see right now. Meanwhile, I can still position it. When I start the system, you see that it will be there, right? It will be there, and you see, as you can see that it's working perfectly fine. Good. Now let's try to modify this a little bit so that we can get to know how best we are good to go. For the toolbox, let's create a new user control, and for the toolbox, we are not going to develop anything there because that will be on another section, the advance of this particular system. So let's say this is settings, right? And then let's go to the cleanup. Let's check the size of it. So the size is very important. The size for the form is very important. So let's copy that. Let's go to the settings, and then let's paste it so that we get a size like this. Good. So from this section, let's change the back color to black as we did earlier on. Now let's add only a text, let's say a label, right? Let's add only a label. Copy one label from anywhere, then paste it here. Good. The back color is okay. Let's change the font color to white, right? And then let's change the font size to, let's say, maybe 22, something like that. 22 is let's choose 28. Good. So for this, let's say this feature will be in the upgraded lessons. Good. So let me do something here. Will be in there. Then let's bring this one down. Good. Yes, so this is how, probably this is how I want it to be like. So from this section, so let's copy paste this one more time. Let's copy and paste it one more time, and then for this test, I would like to use only question mark, right? I would like to use only question mark. Sorry. I would like to use only question mark, right? And then the question mark font size, I would like to use 72. Good. Something like this, and then the feature will be here, and this will be here. Good. So that is it. That is what I'm talking about. Now let's build a project as well. Now it will give us a successful build. Then we go back to the form 1, then we add the settings by dragging and dropping it onto your form. So this is how, probably this is how it's going to be, right? So let's save this, save everything. Now send this to the back, send this to the back. Now okay, remaining this. Good. Now we are going to customize everything. Now when I start the project, you will see that it is already there. It is already there, and you can see that it is movable, all right, but these are not much workable, like they are not working. So we need to work on them so that they become more interesting, right? Good. So let's start working on them. Now for these buttons, right, I would like to change the flat style to pop-up. Good. So I love the pop-up. I really love the pop-up. So you can decide to choose yours in any ways you wish to use, and that will be perfectly fantastically working fine. It all depends on how you want to do it. Now let's select all these, right, highlight everything here. Now we have something called cursor. So the cursor, let's change it to hand, right? We are changing the cursor to hand, and then let's change every button. Hold control, select every button on this particular place or space provided for you, then change the cursor to hand. Good. So all the cursors will be changed to hand. Now let's go to the scan, select everything. Now the cursor to, let's change it to hand. Good. Then I believe that welcome, let's change this welcome cursor to hand. Good. So all right, good. So let's see the full check. I believe it's done. Okay, it's not done, so let's change all of them to hand. So good. So let's see, it's hand. Good. So let's see for the speed up. I think the speed up to this need to be changed to hand as well. Good. Good. And then welcome settings scan. Let's see the scan. Okay, it's been done. Full check is being done. Clean up. Okay, let's select the clean up. Let's change it to hand, right, which is the cursor. So let's change it to hand. Good. So don't forget to save your project so that you get everything in touch, so that it will be working perfectly fine for you. Now let's go to the form 1. Now this is our form 1, and we've gotten this, right? We've gotten this, and let's see if we have some error push-up notifications here. Okay, there is no error notification here, so we can continue to do it. But let's see, if I start the form, this is my full check, right? This is my full check, right? No, this is not my full check design, but it's my home design, right? This is my home design, home interface, which I can click on. Now you can see that they are all turned into hand buttons, right? Good. So that means that I can now work on them, right? So let's start on the coding. This is a basic coding, they are not the advanced coding, right? So let's first go to the close application, right? Close application. Now what we want to say is we can design something like, let's add a user control for now, and then for the user control, that will be yes close. Let's say it will be called close, and then this will be the prompt message, which is for the close, right? And then I would like to use let me add the ellipse. Good. Boniform ellipse. And then I would like to use 10. Good. Then I will add a panel. Good. So for the panel, I'll just extend the panel to be like this. Yeah. Then I will instead of this color, I will say it will be blue. Good. Then I will add let's say some buttons. Good. I will add 2 buttons, and then the button it will be a little bit customizable, right? So this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'll just change the flat style to pop-up, Good. And then the back color will be red. Let's use green for now, and then we will use the context text color to be white, and then we will change the font size to, let's say, 16, and then let's change the button text to yes. Good. Now I believe that is done now. Perfect. Good. Now this, let's copy and paste this. Good. Now let's bring this here, let's bring this here. All right, I want us to design it in the form of nice graphical looking. Good. This is yes, and this is no. Right, and then for the no, we want the background to be red. Good. Now let's add a label. Right, let's add a label. Then let's add a label here, and then I would like to delete this label for now. Then I will go back to the form 1 because I have it here. I will just copy this and then come to the close and then paste it right here. Good. So I'll just apply it here, then I'll go back to the form, copy this close, and then come here, then paste it. Good. And then I apply it here. Right, so this one, let's save everything, and let's select everything and drop it down a little bit. Good. Then let's copy this and paste it one more time to here, and then let's say that the font color, which is the text color, is going to be white. Good. Then for the text of it, we are going to say that are you sure you want to leave? Good. Are you sure you want to leave? Good. So let's add the are you sure you want to leave here. Good. Then let's add one more thing, but the thing I'll go in for, let's say, info. Right, let's say I'll go in for this. This will be question mark. It's asking a question, so I'll just go in for a question mark. Yeah, so I'll just add go in for a picture box, just copy this one, then paste it here, and then arrange it as you want it to be. Good. So I will quickly choose an image from my question mark, and I believe it should be this question mark. Good. So this is it. Good. So I'll just scale it down a little bit so that it won't take much of my space. Good. So that is it. Good. So let's save everything. Now for this one, let's save and let's go to build, rebuild solution. Now it will build a solution to give us a successful solution build. Now let's go back to the form 1, close this. Now you can see that you have the close here. Drag and drop it onto your form. Now where do you want to add your form? Right, so let's delete this for now. Now let's double click on it. Good. And now you can see that we can bring to front. Let me cut this anyway, then let me select the main form and let me paste it. Good. So that is it. Now you can use the arrow key. Make sure you have selected the form before you paste it, otherwise it will be at the back of others. Good. So this is it. Let's save this. Now when I start the project, you see that it will be there. No matter where I move it, it will be here. Yes or no? Good. So I believe that let's change the cursor as well. Let's use hand. Good. And it's perfectly done. Good. So let's go back to the form 1 design, and then you say that it says you must rebuild your project for it to take effect from your project. So we need to rebuild it, but first let's turn the visibility of this. Let's turn the visibility to false. Good. Now let's save the project, but first, before we run, let's rebuild it to fix every error. Good. So we are good to go. Let's see the time duration factor. Okay, 15 minutes. We have more than 15 minutes to go. Okay, good. So now you can see that it's not there, but we want to add it to this button right here. Good. So this is what we're going to do, right? Let's start with a close button. So this is the close. So let's double click on the close button. So let me first clear every code here. Let me clear every code here so that you know, we can start from the scratch. So double click on the form, and then we will say that close one dot visible equals to true, right? Then we say close one dot bring to front. So it's gonna come to front. Let's save this and let's run it and let's see how it looks like. So if I want to close this, as soon as I click on it, it will bring me this, right? It will bring me this, unless I said maybe no or yes. I close this, you know, yes or no. So good, that is how it works. So that means it's working perfectly fine. Now let's go back to the close, and then let's double click on this. So for this, we will say that form one dot close one dot visibility equals to false. Then we say that form one dot close dot bring send to back, right? Good. So that is the basic code. So for the yes, if the person click yes, then we will say that application dot exit. Then if it clicks no, we will say that we will just copy this code and then paste it right here. Good. So let's save everything. You need to rebuild your solution before it takes effect. So let's rebuild it, and then let's start it and see how it works. So close it, no, close it, no, close it, no, close it, yes. Then it's been closed. Perfect. So for the close, code is done. We don't want the person to move this, so we won't make it movable, right? So let's save the project. Now let's go back to the form one. This is the maximize, right? I would like not to use the maximize for now because of how I want it to be. Good. So for this one, I will just minimize it to tray, but that will be in our next lesson. Now for the minimize, let's say windows dot form dot I think it's me dot win me dot, is it minimize or something? Let's say it is windows form, windows dot forms dot, oh come on, okay, don't worry, I think I will work on that code later. I want to work on the other sections first. So we are done with the close. These, but please, we will come back to it because you saw that for the close button we created a close page for it. So for the minimize and then the maximize, I want us to add more features to it. So don't worry that we didn't added the code yet, but you can Google to search for the close code or minimize or maximize code, then you add it yourself. But for my opinion, I would like for us to, you know, engage ourselves more in deep programming. So let's go by this, right? If I click on this, I want if I click on this, I want the full check. This should appear, right? So let's go to the form one. Let's double click on the full check. But before we just give these codes, let's you know, rename them so that we'll get to know what we are doing. So for the name of it, for the name of the button, I think the name of the button is button 1. So let's search for the button 1 from, yes, this is the name. So we will say btn, let's say btn full check, right? Full underscore check, right? btn full check. So that is the name for this. And then we will say that btn virus scan, right? Good. And then we say that this will be called btn speed up. Good. And then we will say that this will be btn clean up. And then last but not the least, this will be called btn toolbox. Good. So we are done with the renaming of the name. Let's say this will be called btn premium. Good. And then this will be called btn trial version. So btn trial version. Good. And then this will be called btn quick scan, right? So btn quick scan. Good. So I think we are done. We will still rename so many things. So let's double click on the btn full scan, right? We will just start coding them. So for the, if the btn full scan is being clicked, then we will say that full check 1 dot bring to front, right? That will be the basic code. Now let's see what it does. But first of all, let's try to build the solution first before we start debugging it. Now when I click on this, you see that this is it. Good. So when I click on this, I want this background image, background color to turn to black, right? So let's do that now. So after it is being bring to front, we will say that btn, which is btn full check, right, dot back color equals to dot back color equals to color dot black, right? So this is going to be fun. Good. This is going to be fun. So this, you see that it's now black. Good. So I want us to work on, if I click on this, it should turn back to blue, right? If I click on this, it should turn back to blue. If I click on this, it should turn back to blue. So let's work on that out. Good. So we go back to the form 1, and that is virus scan. So just double click on the virus scan, click on the virus scan, then we will say that btn virus scan. No, we will say that virus virus scan. Is it check virus, right? Let's see. Scan. Okay, that was scan 1 dot bring to front. After that, we will say that btn virus scan, right? btn virus scan dot back color equals to color dot black, right? Then we say that btn full check dot back color equals to color dot blue, right? Let's say dark blue. Good. So that is it. Let's say, come on, for your economy headphone. Let's copy this. Sorry, that was my boy. He's somehow, let's paste this here, and we will say, instead of black, we will say that dark blue. Good. So let's start it once again, and let's see how the reciprocation works. Now you can see that it's quite interesting now. Good. So it's quite interesting now. You can see that it's there. It's quite interesting. Good. Wow. So let's do the other codes for these ones so that it will be more of it. Let's see the time, because today I won't be beating the time. Good. Okay, now we will say that, let's go back to the form design. Then we're going to go in by the speed up, and then the speed up, we will say that speed up 1 dot bring to front. Then we say that btn speed up dot back color equals to color dot black, right? Color dot black. Good. Then we say btn full check dot back color equals to color dot dark blue, right? btn, so we say btn virus, so that will be the virus scan. This one should be back to blue, so just paste it here, right? And then we will go in by working on the btn speed test. Copy that one to come here, paste it, and then you turn it to dark blue, and then paste it also here, and then that one too will turn to dark blue. Good. So that is how we do it for the rest. So the rest, that is for it. So we go in for the cleanup as well. We will do the same thing. So we will say that clean up 1 dot bring to front. Then we say that btn clean up dot back color equals to color dot black, right? If it is color dot black, then we will just add these two, copy that, then we paste it, which is the btn check and then virus, right? And this is the button for that. So we will say that cleanup equals to black, btn check virus equals to back color equals to dark, and then virus scan, right? So we have added 1 2 3 buttons, right? So 1 2 3. Let's now for this one, let's say we will say that btn cleanup, that should be here as well. Cleanup should be dark blue. Let's copy this cleanup, copy, come here, paste it, right? So we get 1 2 3 4, right? 1 2 3. So this is we need to add one here, which is okay, the cleanup is here. Virus scan is here. Okay, we need to add the speed up, right? So the button speed up, copy this, come here, paste it, and then change it to dark blue, right? The codes will be in the link in the description below, so you can download it. Now you can see that they are all working perfectly fine. Good. They are all working perfectly fine, and that is fantastically nice. Now we want to work on the toolbox so that we get going. Good. So on the toolbox is the same thing, my bro. Double click on that. Let's say that settings 1 dot bring to front. Then we say that btn let's start by saying that btn toolbox dot back color equals to color dot black. Good. Then we go by btn, which is btn clean up dot back color equals to, so back color for the clean up, copy that and then paste it here, and then copy all these, copy and then paste it here. Right now we need to work okay, this should be dark blue. Good. Now we need to work on the btn toolbox as well. So we copy the toolbox, then we paste it here, then we say is dark blue. Right, so let's copy this dark blue as well. We need to add it up here. Let's go up, add it one more here. Let's go up, add it one more here. So here I think one more is remaining, that is the cleanup. We need to add the cleanup code as well here so that it will work perfectly fine. So as soon as we start the project, you can see that now the toolbox is working very nicely. Right, so everything is working perfectly nice. And let me see my time duration. I think it's 30 minutes. I have only 10 minutes remaining. I didn't expected this to take longer time, but I think it is more interesting, you know. So that is it. Let's try to see if we can work along with a computer system. So let's see if we can add these codes: computer name, current version, OS platform, username, and then the rest. Right, so let's go to the I believe we will first go to the system full check. Right, and this is our label 8. Right, so we should change the label name, which is the label 8, to computer name. Then we say this is computer version. Good. And this should be OS platform. Right, so OS platform. Good. And this should be username. Right, good. So I think we are done with this. This is the computer name, this is the computer version, and then this is the OS platform. Right, that is the OS platform. So we are going to give it out the codes so that it will just display everything. But don't forget to rebuild your solution when you are developing. So the shortcut for the rebuilding is Ctrl+Shift+B, so that I just rebuild it fast for you. Okay, so to get started, I have completed the building of the project. So let's go back to the form 1, and then let's double click on the form 1 to get a form 1 load event. So this is what we are going to say. We are going to say that if the form 1 loads, then we will say that the full check 1 dot computer name, which is the label, dot text equals to my dot computer dot name. So is going to, you know, affiliate to the computer name, so it will correspond to it. So when I go to full system check, now you see that now the name of the computer is iSoft original. Good. So let's go by, we will say that full check 1 dot I think we were from computer name, then we said what was that? That was current version, right? So we just check the label test, that was computer version. So copy that, then go to the form 1, paste it, computer version dot text equals to my dot computer dot info dot os full name, right? Good. And that is going to display the full name of it. Now let's say that the next one was platform. So the platform is, we're going to say that full check one dot platform os platform dot text equals to mine dot computer dot info dot os platform. Good. And then what was the next one? Username, right? Username. So that will be full check one dot username dot text equals to mine dot computer dot info. I think it should be equals to system information, right? System information dot username. Good. So I think these are the basic codes I need to get. So this is it. Good. So this is the antivirus. Now when I go to the full check, now you see that the current version is Microsoft Windows 7 Ultimate, right? Good. And then the platform is Windows 32 NT, and then the username is Microsoft Original, right? So we need to readjust this for it to be little, let's squeeze it down a little bit. Otherwise, let's highlight everything here. Okay, we can select this and then change the font size instead of 14 to, let's say, 12, and that will take effect for everything. And let's save this. Good. So let's build a solution once again, and let's go back to the full scan. Now you can see that everything is perfectly done, right? Good. We will end up here, and on our next lesson we are going to see how we can add the full check status so that we can check to see the infected files, so that we can check to see whether the infected files, the basic programming levels, where to see if our computer is being infected by virus. So stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel for more exciting tutorials coming up on Microsoft Original page. Have a nice day, and I'm out.